some type of way. I wish I heard you say that maybe what I'm feeling isn't real and the ceiling is falling as my voice is calling for that feeling again. Wish me try to understand.
The mic is on. My mic is on. And your mic, talk to it.
Hi.
Oh, maybe not. Hold on. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
How you doing?
Yes, how you doing?
Hey,
Hey.
Jesus Christ, I can't see anything in this thing. But let's do it. Who do we got? That's you first. Oh, your camera's kind of weird.
God damn it.
Your camera's kind of weird. What's going on, guys? It is B.o.P. episode 68, baby. We are live. Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen.
Happy New Year.
And we have new camera setups, new mics, new pop filters, new everything. What's happening, TikTok family? We're here and we're alive, but here's the thing.
Yep.
We got outlandish here, baby.
What's up?
Yeah, man. We got
What's
the new mic, new pop. Damn, man, this is great.
Let's see.
Yes, sir.
New setup. We got to see how this works out. Hopefully, right? Does it work?
It's so far, you guys let me know, or we look at the YouTube and check out, see if our audio is fine. But so far, so good. I don't know about this pop filter because when I have to look, I can't really look because it kind of blinds
Can't
me.
see.
We are here. We are live, and I see a lot of clipping. So what I'm gonna do is reduce the volume a tad on both of our mics.
Okay,
but
that's good.
How's your? You're obviously, if you guys are not hip to B.o.P, it stands for Brothers of Podcasts. So we are brothers.
Of course.
And we had a nice holiday. I hope you guys had a lovely, lovely holiday. But how was yours personally, even though you were here half the time?
I was about to say, I was pretty much here the whole time. But yes, it was good. I had fun. I enjoyed it. I always like being with family, so it's always great.
Absolutely.
New Year's, I was with my friends. It was fun. I had a lot of fun. So, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, man. And I will say, and not to get into any details, but the kids, this was the Christmas to remember, I would say.
Oh, 100%.
So, yeah, don't want to get into details like that, but we will say that it was a Christmas to remember. They loved it.
And I was glad to be part of it. And I was glad to be part of that.
And I hope you guys had a very, very New Year, and I hope you got every single thing you wanted and wished for, and hope y'all were good, so y'all didn't get no damn cold. We don't want that. So, yes, again, so as you see here, new setup, new mics, new everything for you guys, starting 2023 off right. I will say, me personally, I will be more consistent with giving you the weekly news on our YouTube channel, because unfortunately I try to keep that promise during holidays, and I feel like holidays is just one of those things we just need to relax.
Yeah, holidays for relaxing, being with family and stuff. You didn't have time to do all that.
Yeah, and I wanted to, because there was some good news.
There was some news that was happening, of course.
There was some good news, but I just, so moving forward, yes, you can follow us on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok now, live right now, and yeah, you get all of our YouTube content.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
If you can't catch our live show, we try to get the top 3 snippets from our live show and create just 5 or 10 minute videos on the YouTube channel. So for those that want to check it out, get some bite size, as well as top 5 news of that week, but totally separate from the live stream. We want something that's a bit different, nothing to recycle. You don't want to hear the same news thing 3 times unless if it's a big fluffing deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that brings us to our first topic. You got the book. I got to load the picture. So which one do you want to dive into?
You know what? Let's start off with our good old friend, Microsoft Activision.
Yeah, yep.
Not Microsoft Activision, Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, let's not get too comfy with that.
Let's not get too comfy yet.
How that's going to work.
So, as of course people have been knowing, things have not been going so great right now.
Yeah.
At all. The situation, what's happening now is apparently they are getting... Hold on. I have the thing right
he's got to review the notes. It is very much a type of situation that Microsoft is dealing with right when 2023 is popping, and they have a crunch deadline. So
yeah, because originally they were supposed to they wanted all of this to be done, finalized and everything by June 2023, but then a bunch of things happened. First and foremost, of course, the UK is getting more intense with their research, and they actually mentioned, what was it, a couple of days ago, or was it like how long ago? What did this happen?
For what?
The one where they're going to recommend for it not to go through.
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, so they are like this is not 100% definite. Obviously, there's reports, but there are reports that they're not going to recommend for the deal to go through.
So, all right, EU is giving out that warning list.
Yeah,
I guess that's how they do it. But literally saying, we don't think this is right because it violates antitrust. If we go back to what we reported before, they were under the impression that this was a only positive outlook, not understanding the ramifications of Call of Duty and other documents and all that stuff. What, the little clicking? What are you hearing, the clicking?
Is it it's not music no more, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
You know what that is? That's the heat.
Oh.
The little that's the heat.
awful.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. My bad.
Okay,
Gotta get the baseballs. Gotta get the house warm and stuff. We're in the New England region, so it's cold as hell in here. So, yes, they were under the impression that it was just smooth sailing. They were all about mobile, not realizing the ramification of Call of Duty when it happens. Mm-hmm. So, guess what? They were lied to because when the U.S. put out their sanctions... against it, they were like, wait a minute, we weren't told that. Wait, let's go back to the drawing board. And then guess what? Lo and behold, now list of warnings of antitrust issues, and they don't feel comfortable moving forward.
Exactly. It's like the way it's happening right now is bad. And it's also been talked about too that both Google and NVIDIA, which has been reported, that they are putting their concerns on this whole merger happening. Google pretty much get the brunt of it, saying that having them, they're going to be able to take advantage of in the mobile, the subscription, and the cloud-based gaming. If this deal goes through, Microsoft will be the leader in all of that, which obviously causes monopoly. Yep. And that's why Google and NVIDIA are having issues with it. While NVIDIA just has issues with the whole merger altogether, Google said specifically because of the cloud, the mobile. Because remember, people keep mentioning, because everyone's talking about the Call of Duty and everything. Yep. They're getting King too.
Now, that is one thing that a lot of people are not really understanding what King is all about.
That's what I'm saying.
Candy
People are not,
Crush.
because everyone's focusing on Call of Duty, because, yeah, big game, get it. But King, there are the leaders of mobile, and if Microsoft buys King, I could understand why Google and NVIDIA would be worried, because, yeah, that's going to give them a big chunk of the mobile gaming, a big chunk of the subscription gaming, a big chunk of the cloud gaming.
Yep, absolutely. And that is one of those things where they only pitch the acquisition to capitalize on the mobile front, which they make a lot of money, obviously, but they're not making the Call of Duty as important, but it is very important.
Of course it is.
Because that moves hardware sales, and Microsoft already hinders on that. So imagine putting that and making that exclusive.
And the other thing that also happened along with all this is the good old FTC, because originally Microsoft wanted to have all this buckled up, built in, boom, bam, done by June. But the FTC is like, nah.
Yep.
We want to make sure we be able to ask all the questions, investigate, and do everything like that. And currently, they will have a hearing in August 2nd.
Is it August 2nd? I thought it was August 23rd, but I probably think it's 23rd because it's 2023. So
it's August 2nd of this year. So it's literally 8 months.
And their deadline to close the merger was July 18th.
I thought it was in June, they said.
June 18th.
It was June, yeah.
I swear it was July.
Yeah, that's not happening because let's be real. Like we were discussing a little bit before. If this, once it goes into court and everything, it's not going to be done quickly.
Oh no,
no. It's going to be taking time.
The lawsuit hearings are already going to take time in August 2nd already. So they're either you said June 18th. I'm gonna say July. I swear it's July, but I could be wrong. Okay, so let's go with June.
I looked it up.
And to have that affect the outcome of the merger.
And if the merger even does go through, if it does.
And the EU already said, no, we don't trust you, bruh.
It's
you
not
know?
gonna. It's not gonna go through if it does till like next year or late this year
Or no deal at all.
or no deal at all. That's a whole possibility.
And
too.
I swear, I think in my prediction I pointed out on Twitter, the acquisition will fall off. It won't happen, and they'll have to
It's
pay. I
just
think
so
it's
much-
$3 billion or $6 billion to Activision.
I think it's 3. If
Yeah,
I
it's probably
remember
3.
correctly.
That's gonna go. That might be a possibility.
But if that happens, what's gonna happen with Activision Blizzard?
I'm gonna have to fight their own battles. What do you want?
Well,
They're probably-
I understand that, but it seems like they were like riding on Microsoft.
The board might collectively get rid of Bobby. He will no longer.
That should have been done a long time
He
ago.
will.
but
Yeah, he will be no longer. Right. And then what else after that? They have all the big wigs. It's just a matter of who's gonna control or who's gonna purchase, or they just continue on with a new CEO because that's too big, and there's a lot of issues tied to that acquisition. From lying 3 times to understanding that they're not gonna we're not gonna keep it exclusive to us, yet turn around and make 3-year concessions. Oh, not 3 year because the public already found out our legal documents. All right, we'll do 10 years, but it doesn't really clarify the definition of Call of Duty games. It could be legacy for that matter. Then he said, all right, we'll put it on Nintendo Switch. Nobody's playing Call of Duty on a Nintendo Switch. You got to be serious.
Let's be real. They have released Call of Duty games before They released Call of Duty games on the Wii and the Wii U. No one played them.
Yeah, no one played them.
one played
and
it.
if they did play them, why would you play them on a broken ass infrastructure for online
No, you
comparing
wanna
to
be able
Xbox
to
and
play it
PlayStation?
exactly. Where
Don't.
the online is better.
No offense to Nintendo fans.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
obviously.
that's
Nintendo
dumb.
has their great games. They're just not Call of Duty. Let's be real.
Yeah, so having them, they probably did it for kudo points, brownie points. You know, put it on Nintendo.
And the thing is, remember the purchase that they did with Bethesda? Well, Zenith.
I could do this.
And they with that purchase, they got some exclusives, which things like Starfield, Redfall, and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Which remember,
This is better.
they mentioned all of that, like the people's concern, because they said that they already got such a big company. Why are they going to add another big company on top of this? That's what people were having issues with that too.
Man,
Even though Microsoft was saying, no, these are just little games. These are like third-party games. These are just like not big AAA title games. So, like,
sure.
I can't believe they said Fallout was not like a AAA big title type of thing. I'm like, are you kidding me? And they even said Elder Scrolls was like one of those like not a niche title type of thing. Like are you kidding me?
They really tried to play. Damn, am I on? Hold on. There you go. They really tried to play public and legalese. They,
It's
not
so
understanding
funny.
the internet is alive and well and thriving. We're gonna find out, and we're gonna do the backlash
We're
and make
not
these other
stupid. There's
other politicians on the other side of the pond, is what they say, other side of the pond, to figure out. Hello, this is a big deal.
Exactly.
This needs to be handled.
And we've been talking about this for a long time, and we've been saying for a long time that this should not be happening.
Yeah, shouldn't be happening. And you know what? It is happening, and it sucks.
And we just have to see, like, what's going to happen. What's going to, like, first we have to see, when the court thing happens on August, see how that goes through. Because this is the FTC. You know how strict they are. Mm-hmm. Especially with this chick, I forgot her name for the life of me. She is super, super, like, anti-monopoly.
Yeah, she did pull out some different facts that I understand.
Yeah.
And we're only going to see a lot more on August 2nd, 2023.
Oh, yeah, because they're all going to be grilling Microsoft, I'm sure,
But
and Activision. And
the
all
outlook, unfortunately, to my eyes and in my opinion, nothing too hardcore, nothing too, I mean, I predicted a lot of stuff that tend to come true in a way, right? Mm-hmm. Kind of,
Kinda.
I think.
I mean, I will always say I knew the Stadia situation since the beginning.
Yeah,
I will
and
always
we tracked
say
it down, and we destroyed those that were fans, and those fans are no longer. Which kind of segues to our next topic, if you want to do that.
Let's get
We
into
could
that
do
topic then.
So my personal opinion with Microsoft will back off of the deal, and I'm saying that by May or June. That's my personal opinion. They could go and fight, but I feel it's going to be a lot harder for them. So now let's go right into what tomorrow, for those that don't know, tomorrow is the death date of a certain platform that, and I hope you guys didn't do or enjoyed, was Stadia.
Yep, it's tomorrow's the final death date. January 18th is the final day of Stadia.
Yes, final
for
date
people
of Stadia.
who have it, it's the final day they're able to enjoy their games, play whatever they got to play.
TikTok family, we are live on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, so check us out too. You're here in the TikTok version, so shouts out to you guys. Hit in the chats if you know about Stadia and how Stadia works. Tomorrow's the death date. Hopefully you guys never invested. But for those that did invest, okay?
Yeah.
They didn't invest.
Exactly.
By now, they should have refunded everybody. So if you got the Founders Edition...
Well, they did say they're going to refund. They said they're going to refund everyone.
Yeah, so they are under the impression that they did that already. So that's done.
Yeah.
But if you were Stadia and you didn't get your refund, now's the time to do so.
You better get your refund.
And they reached an agreement to make your Founder Edition Stadia or any Stadia controller to actually be a Bluetooth controller.
Yeah, pretty much what they're going to do is they're going to have what they called a self-serve tool.
Podcasting, that's what.
Which they're going to be able to create.
Sorry, just keep going.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That just like messed me up a little bit the way you're talking like that. So they're pretty much creating a self tool that they'll be able to have access, so you'll be able to use your Stadia controllers on other Bluetooth platforms, like on phones or any other like Bluetooth type of thing, which is actually pretty cool. They do that now. They do not have any release date on when they're going to release that tool yet. They said, keep an eye out. It's going to be soon.
So with the Stadia controller, difference between a Stadia controller and the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox, it don't need batteries.
Yeah, because the Stadia controller is actually a good controller. I'm not even going to deny
I think
that.
you missed. I think that the joke went over your head.
Oh.
There was a big difference between all of them, but at least Stadia didn't need batteries. PlayStation 5 doesn't need batteries. Xbox needs some batteries still to this day. But anywho.
They still need batteries to this day?
Yeah.
Oh, my
That's
God.
probably why it went over your head, because you just thought, it's 2023. Can I have a controller that actually is Bluetooth and lithium battery?
That's what I was thinking.
Need double A's. No, you need double A's for that.
Really?
Yep.
Ew.
Anywho, Stadia, they had a feature where it directly connects to their servers and record your input, so it can reduce the lag, and it cut off some milliseconds on the lag for the controller, but the controller directly connects to the servers only, nothing to do with Bluetooth. But the controller itself it already has a Bluetooth chip. It was ready to go, and you could still use that controller via wired to the PC at any given time, so you could use it as just a wired controller. But it's 2023.
Yeah,
that's
why they want to do the Bluetooth. They have the thing. So
they actually have a system in place where you can, update or whatever the case is,
to
enable that Bluetooth chip, so you're allowed to use that controller as a Bluetooth controller. They said to pay
attention to their Twitter. They're going to announce it on when that self tool will come out.
Yep.
And they also did not mention anything about open source on this yet, because some people wanted like the open source for the controller and stuff, so they could do whatever they want with it.
Well, if they know that their servers are going to be dead, then yeah, but they need to make sure that the servers are dead.
Exactly.
Because if they find out that it's open
source, that's probably why there's been no info on that yet. They're probably going to release something on it later. But the first thing they're going to do is the Bluetooth thing. That's because
you got to realize they're doing some sort of cloud-based Google store for the Android ecosystem. They could probably still tap into those servers. So I don't know if the open source can actually happen.
We'll see.
All right, so we got another picture here. What's another topic? Hit us with another topic.
You want to talk about the Atomic Heart situation?
Actually, let's go with very quickly. Justin.
Roiland. Yes.
Roiland, yes. Justin Roiland was on the news. He was on the news because he was actually facing charges. He is facing charges over domestic violence and abuse. If you don't know who this guy is the co-creator of Rick and Morty and the co-creator of High on Life.
Yes.
A very hilarious game that I need to get my hands on and play. But I just need to get a new TV that has Xbox Game Pass. Yes, first world problems. I don't have that. And I want that. And I want to play it on the comfort of my bed with my iPhone. Because I have two kids and they cannot hear that game while I play. So
pretty much what the situation was back in May 2020, his, at the time, girlfriend filed a report back in May 2020, a lawsuit on the Orange County District.
Say what now? Say what year?
in 2020.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 2021, but you said it so quick.
In May 2020, which was for domestic battery with corporal injury and false imprisonment.
Jeez.
Those were the two things that they were filing. And then he was arrested back in August of 2020 and then pleaded not guilty in October 2020. And then pretty much with that whole deal that he had to get a $50K bailout, $50,000 bail, and he was not able to go within 100 feet of her, with the whole restraining order, everything. He had to relinquish his firearms and all that type of stuff. He had to do all that because, with the restraining order and all that.
Yep.
And then a hearing happened on the 12th, and that's when the whole charges things happened.
Jeez.
But he also pled not guilty, and there's going to be another pre-trial in April 27th.
Okay.
And then they have now released what's going to be the actual trial of the thing, but they said sometime this year, but they didn't say the exact date.
Do you think they might have an agreement?
I don't know.
Do you think they might have some form of agreement and kind of squash it?
That could be an option that could happen. But the thing is, with this whole situation now with him, people are not fans of it. Obviously, people are like, what the heck? What the
but
F?
see, the thing is, and here's
all
another
that.
thing too, and I'm not real. Obviously, I'm not siding with the issues, but we don't know what happened. People sided with Chris Brown when the Chris Brown Rihanna thing happened.
That was
Sick, right?
That was disgusting what Chris
Absolutely.
Brown did.
So we don't know the story. We just know that he's charged over domestic violence, and somebody said they had issues back and forth. It's just like, really, we need to find out what's happening, and then if he's
once it
beating
goes
the crap out of her like Mayweather, then he should be locked up.
Well, the thing is, once it goes to trial and stuff like that, usually that type of information goes public.
Yep.
Meaning
and we all
we'll
know
get
how
to
disgusting
all know
it probably
exactly
is.
what happened.
Yeah. So. Yeah, don't do that.
Exactly.
Don't do that.
So
Don't
he's
do
pretty
that.
much in a thing like that. So of course
Come
that's
on, dude.
affecting the game because people will be like, I don't want to play this game if this guy's attached to it and all that type of stuff.
Well, and this is a great segue to what our next topic is,
Oh,
because
yeah.
our Twitter is going off, and I only said one comment. And I use when I go on Twitter, I tend to state that Whisk said it because we have two different personalities.
Definitely.
And we carry ourselves a bit different in the real world, yet we're brothers. So
of course.
somebody punches
But we
you
definitely
in the face,
do have different opinions.
if somebody punches you in the face, I'm punching the crap out of that person. I hope you do the same for me. Anywho, but when I said one comment, I didn't say Whisk said it. It doesn't really matter because you still get the push notifications on your app.
Yeah, and you kept it neutral from what I saw.
It's always
so
neutral
It's okay.
when it comes to this, right? Because this picture's still up here. But when it comes to this, there are issues that they deal with. We are a video game podcast. We do not like to get political. We do not like to get personal bashing. We just discuss disgusting or epic, awesome news within the gaming community. This gentleman was a topic of ours of 2023 because he made a game on the Xbox, and he's very popular in a hilarious circle of Adult Swim with Rick and Morty. Okay, we get it. But we don't know, and we don't side with this individual, and we don't know what the hell is happening, and we just got to find out.
Exactly. We'll find out when everyone else does.
Boycotting games and whatnot is one thing, but when there's like how Activision Blizzard, it's we hear that.
I will never touch up the Activision Blizzard game. I will never touch one.
And I didn't touch Vanguard, cool, but I touched the crap out of Modern Warfare 2. It sounds totally wrong what I just said, but
you said that, yeah.
I touched the games very well, but.
And for me, that's just a personal thing for me. I will never touch Activision Blizzard until they fix their stuff
and fix whatever.
And
that could take a while.
And they have Crash Bandicoot, and I'm going to be missing their new game because of that. And I'm not happy about it. But I want them to do something about
I'm
it.
not happy, but yeah, you're right. And to each his own, But I get it. But we're gonna move on to that because that's one of those topics.
Yeah, let's go to the.
Now let's go to another topic that we were talking about here, and this again, it caused a lot of heat in the community that I personally didn't mean to. I just put one little comment or a reply,
People went off on that,
and it went off. But it wasn't towards us.
No. They were back and forth. A lot of people, people who are for it, who are against it. They were going back and forth. And
So if you guys are not aware, if you guys aren't aware, Atomic Heart, which looks great, And at
The
first
game
glance,
does
you
look
see it.
interesting. When I
Yes.
saw the trailer, I was like, it definitely looks good.
It
Like,
definitely
it's
looks
like-
good. It looks good, but the thing is, it is touching subjects based. It's touching a subject where, what is it? The company and the storyline is in Russia.
You have to say it's
Right off the bat, it just sounds weird.
Exactly, and they pretty much the creator did not want to mention anything about the situation in the game because it takes place in a post-apocalyptic future, like different kind when Russia won against Germany and took over Germany and all like that. So it's kind of like their own like dystopian future type of thing.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what's happening in the game, they don't want to mention if this is like what kind of war this is, because this is like kind of a war of a Russo-Ukraine type of war, but they didn't mention like what kind of war is happening in the game, and the creators are not saying anything, but not in a good way. They're being very suspicious about it.
Yeah, it's one thing to not be political. It's one thing to not be, personal on it, but this game is coming, and it's funny because that person or that entity probably didn't really know what was happening because this was a surprise to everybody in the world of this situation. So,
Whoa, yeah, I mean,
and for this man to have a developing game that was probably in the works and he has no choice but to because he wants to release it, and now he's in the midst of all that and questioning his loyalty in the country. And in a nutshell, the Twitter comment was pretty much, man, it does suck that, you don't want to have that opinion to be political, but like your game, bro.
Yeah, he was pretty much saying that this is
KGB.
It's like he's pretty much saying that this is non-political, non-thing. Like, I'm sorry, if you're gonna make a game like this, that's, let's be real, very political, you can't say that. You can't say that.
And it's not like he purposely made it political, but usually games have fought storylines that wants to interject to the real world and capitalize on real world tensions. Then they could just go about them and just make a story. But it gotten so intense and lives are lost, people getting killed on a daily basis.
This game is hitting way close to home right now.
And so I point out that Twitter comment, and then the rest is history. From the dude, he's from Russia. The studio's from Russia. The sponsored paid ad for the KGB finance, and then they started questioning us, Ukraine, and I'm like, I've learned a lot within the politics based on that.
And there were some people who was like, from the Ukraine, mentioning like all the stuff they were saying, things like how even though they said that they did not take any money from Russia, but this game is actually like kind of like a propaganda type of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and there's a he say, she say, there's nothing from the actual source or the developer. We just got to put two and two together and do the emoji that just goes,
Yeah, because let's be like, this game, even though the company is located in Cyprus, which is right by where Greece at and stuff like that, the company itself is Russian.
Yeah.
So that's why people
the dude that's in Russia in the game is an ex-KGB.
So people are like questioning, like, oh, are they getting funded from Russia? Is this getting funded by the government of Russia? Is this some kind of propaganda? Is this some kind of like, making Russia look good and stuff like that? Like, what is happening? So that's what people are questioning.
And it's a stretch. It could be a stretch, too, because it could just be a game from a storyline that's capitalizing on the tension of the real world. That's like all of our Call of Duty games are usually either facing Russia, Australia, and China. But it's the real world tensions capitalizing on the storylines. That could be it. Or it could be a machine that's about to be ousted and then realizing that company and studio is an actual propaganda machine. But again,
and if
we
that's
don't
the
know.
case,
We don't know.
That would be bad.
Yeah.
But like I said, nothing has been known yet. We don't know. This is all pretty much what's happening. People are saying on both sides. We need to figure out
we need to figure this ish out. And we're going to get to the bottom of it on Twitter.
Because I know the game comes out later in the year, next month.
Yeah,
it comes out the 21st of next month.
I want to play High on Life. I want to finish Horizon. I want to play Atomic Heart. I want to play these games. want to play these games.
But not with all these things happening.
Yeah,
It's like, what
but
the
I'm not
heck
gonna be. I'm not gonna go play one game Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Atomic Heart, and wear a Ukraine flag, and then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays Russia flag. I'm not politically motivated to play these damn games. I'm playing for the damn storyline. Okay, it's the same thing. I'm playing Battlefield 2042, and I'm a Russian. Why? Why do I always got to be the Russian? Oh, because this one specialist has a certain ability that I love, so I'm tied to a Russian. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't. I don't know, man. That's why you don't do politics or include any politics or anything in games, man. You just
But it's
don't.
unfortunate. It's hard to get away, especially when you do games with war and stuff. It's always gonna be mixed
and that's
in
and that's the thing. You're
always gonna
asking for it. You're asking to be belittled and questioned based on your storyline of the game. So in a way, you asked for it. If it's something that was small, fine. But when the homeboys for an ex-KGB officer that's enduring a war, such and such, and your studio is based in, like, you are a Russian, but what? No, man, no.
Yeah, it's like it's
man.
very strange.
Yeah, it is strange. Strange indeed. So now we're going to go and choose another topic. You are the topic giver. You got to give me the topics. I got
Let's
the pictures.
do the PS5 one. The one people were panicking over, and it's
All
no
right,
big
guys.
deal.
Look. All right, guys. Ooh, that was perfect. That was a perfect transition. Usually I have to resize the images. I just popped the image and it's popped in.
Perfect.
So, look, guys. Look. TikTok family. Oh, look. I'm hitting mics. Guys. Relax.
Because it was so funny because this happened. I think it was last week. It was
last week? No, it was like 2 or 3 days ago. I mean, probably it happened last week.
Yeah, it happened last week,
flames,
and then the flames died off a couple of days. So pretty much what happened was,
not died off, man. It fucking exploded.
so what happened was, hold on 1 second. Okay, so a website, news site called Wololo,
The hell?
did
Wololo.
an expose on
Wololo.
on the creator called, is it Coder or Code 3R or something?
I think
like
it's
that?
Coder. Let's just stick with Coder.
Yeah, we'll stick with Coder. He did a YouTube video on trying to repair a PS5. Then he noticed that there was an issue with it.
Topical life.
That pretty much what the situation was, that there was like a little pocket where it's like the liquid metal Is it thermos?
You want to break it down?
Yeah, you know how to break it down. Yeah.
Okay. Look,
I just know it's like the liquid thermal something.
it's a liquid thermal coating
That was okay.
on the fan itself. It's on the vertical side. This whole issue is he realized his PS5 was a bit malfunctioning because in long processes and a long time of use on the PlayStation 5 vertically, right? Vertically.
Yeah, vertically. Yeah.
It could tend to melt. And then that liquid metal coating on the thermal processor or thermal fan.
Yeah, pretty
whatever,
much once it gets on the motherboard, it fries it.
Yeah, and then it's game over. And then it was rumored that it was for all PlayStations. Then it's like, oh no, the newer versions. So then now everybody's like, oh, I got a new one and I can't.
And then basically,
it's like you can, but it ain't me.
And that was the situation with the Wololo place, because they said that what leaked out, what they heard wrong, was that it said it was new, straight out of the box.
Mic closer. Like when you back up, someone had the freedom.
It was like
the mic has to
basically
go
they
through.
were saying that it was like this issue was happening straight out of the box, brand new.
Yeah.
But
which I thought
that
personally,
was
I thought
not the case.
because remember how the PlayStation in most companies, if not all companies, tend to shortcut their costs by making whatever they made smaller and package it smaller. That's why some, PlayStation, Xbox, they make their Slims. Then you got their Nintendo making their DS systems at that time. They were making them slim with different versions and whatnot. Just make another system, same parts, just smaller. So when the new PlayStation 5 SKU came out, they were like, oh, it's going to be a brand new system with a bundle. Not really. It's just a same size system, maybe weighs a little less because the components are smaller. The fan stayed the same, and maybe this liquid coating is on only the new PlayStation 5s. But again, this is something that needs to tend to happen if your PlayStation 5 is running in a hot environment for a long time.
In a very badly ventilated area.
Yes. And again, it's a thermal liquid coating that's covering a certain part that can gradually melt and drip. And once it hits a fan or your motherboard as is, it will just short your whole entire PlayStation 5. When people heard this, they thought it was Xbox Red Ring of Death. They thought they were going to have a warranty class action. You know how it gets.
It was reported everywhere.
So now remember how the Xbox, when Xbox came out and it looked like a little PC, and then people started to say that when they first put it on, there was smoke. Kind of realized it was just vape smoke coming out, but they wanted to push that to do a class action lawsuit from Microsoft. Dude, stop.
So yeah, it's just people pretty much thought they like, you'll be fine. It'll be perfectly fine. I will admit, when I first heard the news, I did put it on the side. I did. Just because I was.
Oh, you did? No, fuck that.
I did for a second.
No,
but I did for a couple of days. But then I was like, I was looking it up and I was like, yeah, this is not going to happen. Yeah, no, so that I just put it straight up again.
I went by the report after the dust has settled, but I didn't really look at the video of what it was. I just know with the images that I've seen.
Yeah, I was following it since the beginning.
Yeah. So guys, relax. Relax yourselves.
Yeah, it wasn't.
If you have a PlayStation 5, leave it vertical. Keep it in a well-ventilated area. It's not going to die on you. That's fine. Relax.
Yeah, just treat your system like you treat every other system. Just carefully, as long as you treat it nice, keep it dust-free, keep it well-ventilated. It'll last you the entire time.
Yeah, you'll be fine. My PlayStation 4 to this day works, but it sounds like
a jet engine.
Yeah,
or like mine does.
Or like a V, like a car needs a tune-up. And everything starts to grind. It needs to be oiled up, but it's not oiled up. And you hit that, bing, and it runs. Put a little engine on that thing. It probably will move 5 miles per hour. Okay, what else? Give me another one.
Let's see. Oh, let's talk about predictions and some announcements of the Xbox Direct or Xbox Showcase or whatever.
Ooh, nice. Another solid smack image. Good.
So, Xbox recently announced that they're going to have a little showcase on the 25th of this month around 3 p.m. Eastern Time that they're going to show off some of their games. And one of the big games they're going to show off.
So like Nintendo Direct-ish.
Yeah, they said it's going to be kind of Nintendo Direct-ish. So they said one of the main games they're going to show off is Redfall, of course, which we do have some opinions on that, on when that's actually going to be coming out. Like, what do you think?
Is that another prediction?
Because it's supposed to come out in May
4th.
May 4th, right?
Yep.
And so...
That's not coming out. If that comes out on May, flop. Dead. Nobody's going to care.
I mean, it's not as powerful as, like, big-ass games or things like that.
But I think they want it that way. I think the core fans just want to play it. And if it flops, it flops. It is what it is. They don't care. It could be a nice cult following. Mm-hmm. But if they're really banking on having this as one standalone IP that they actually crafted themselves, they're shooting themselves in the foot if they're gonna just do it for May. Wait.
And the thing is, they already announced what's going to show up on this showcase. They said there's going to be some new info on the Forza game, Minecraft Legends.
What for? Every time it's Forza.
Exactly. Redfall, and new content from Elder Scrolls Online. But what they also mentioned right away is Starfield is not going to be on the showcase.
The one game besides Redfall that everybody's going for. I will say that there is one rumor that we should see a surprise trailer that I'm glad it's being revived somehow, some way. Scalebound.
I was hearing about that. Because Platinum, they didn't announce. It's like been reported. It's been so nothing's official yet.
Yeah.
That they're looking to revive Scalebound back.
So if
they showed a new trailer of a Scalebound, okay.
If they show the new trailer of Scalebound, that would be great.
That would
something
be
nice
great.
And fresh air that we were promised before, and now can come out again. Now, while we're on this, what is that game again that has a new name? That was a project that came out of the PS5 that kind of resembles Scalebound-ish. It was a ninja chick.
I forgot the name. I know which one you're talking about.
Because when does that come out? Do you know? You don't remember?
I don't think they had a release date. It just said 2023.
Okay, because I'm looking forward to that game.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember
I'm trying to remember
anyway, that's just when Scalebound was mentioned, I was like, well, wait, what about that game? So Scalebound's boom. Redfall, I better hope it does not come out in May. It's got to be Q4. But
We'll see.
so no Starfield though.
Yeah, they said they're going to have their own showcase for Starfield, which they didn't announce when that will be. But they said they're going to have one of their own, you know how Nintendo does their own directs where they focus just on one game?
Yep.
It seems like they're going to do that with Starfield, whenever that is. And that's another thing I want to talk about. Because they also mentioned earlier that there's going to be over 1,000 planets to explore in this game.
Like a No Man's Sky, but
Exactly.
smaller, I guess.
Now, the thing is, when I heard that, this is Bethesda we're talking about. Yeah. Bethesda, I am sorry, yes, their games are very well liked, but their games are also very buggy. Every single one of their games are buggy.
Especially Fallout.
Their games, to this day, are still buggy. I want this game to be good for them. I want Microsoft to actually have a good game that they could be very proud of and stuff. But my hopes for this game is down here because I don't trust if they're going to fix all the bugs or anything like that, especially with such a big title. The only thing I could think of is if they're going to be releasing this game to make sure it's bug free or at least have less bugs than usual, they're probably going to delay this game again.
And we don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it's delayed again, but I will tell you, if this game is yet again delayed, there is going to be a lot of returned Xbox Series X. They can't take this much punishment. Something has to come up this year.
Because what does Xbox have?
Redfall.
Redfall, that's it. Because we still have no information on the new Fable game.
Nope.
None at all.
Maybe showcase.
That's a possibility. Halo, we know about that. We know about that game.
We just want that to pass. We don't even want to hear that anymore. We just want that to pass.
I just wanted to finish it. That's all I wanted to do.
They might show off a new season 2 of Halo on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's just like Microsoft needs more first-party titles.
And they do if the acquisition could be finalized. But we don't know yet. And Starfield is the go-to game for that year.
And they also have their Elder Scrolls games, which of course we know nothing about. The new Elder Scrolls game, 6.
So a lot of we don't know. And then the only thing we can think of is Scalebound's going to be revived, but we don't know when that's coming out. Redfall's coming out in May because we need to have something for you guys. So Space Invaders comes out, and that won't come out until freaking end of the year, maybe.
And then of course we have your typical Forza, which comes out every year. So
that's not a given. That's a given. Forza will always come out. It's pretty cool to just see it nice and, that's fine. But when is that again, the showcase?
The 25th at 3 p.m. of this month.
Eastern time.
Eastern time, yes. 3 p.m. Eastern time.
Cool. We will be watching that. We will give you some highlights that following week, Tuesday, right? You said Tuesday, 25th?
Is the 25th Tuesday? I don't know what day that was. I just know it's the 25th of this month.
Nah, Wednesday.
Okay, so it's the day after.
I was going to be like, hey, but you'll hear a lot of it on Twitter.
Yeah, of
and
course.
We will discuss on that because we don't know what's going to be shown. We want some surprises, but I don't think we want surprises. I think we just want to know when is the release date for Starfield.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Which it won't be showed there, but we just need to know information on that. Now, another big topic I want to talk about because Wednesday, Ubisoft had an emergency conference call.
It's bad when you get an emergency.
Oh, it was an emergency. Eves was talking the entire time. He was saying, so first thing first.
Oh, that's another thing too. I forgot. Go ahead, keep going.
So first things first, they announced that they're going to be canceling 3 more titles, which means since June of last year, they have canceled 7 titles. Another thing they also said too was they decided again to delay Skull and Bones. The game that's been delayed 8 times is getting delayed yet again. Originally, it was supposed to come out March of this year. Now the date is 2023/2024. 24 release date.
2024?
24.
You might as well not release that game.
It's been delayed so long.
Ubisoft, don't do it.
So ridiculous. And then it's like they have the issue with that. And then, of course, they have the issue with the remake of the Prince Persia game, which we already stated our opinion on that.
And
that
I'm
game
glad-
looks ugly as sin.
Ugly as balls. They wanted to call it a remaster. It looks literally like just a glamorified PlayStation 2
Yeah,
port. It was
as
terrible.
we discussed, they had to restart that game. So who knows when that game is
And with all the
out.
ish that they're dealing with right now, and they're about to get purchased out, maybe? Nah, man. Nah.
Exactly. So pretty much, what this meeting was saying is their goal is they have to work lean, they have to work smart, they have to work. They're gonna be like letting go some people and have to work the same amount of hours and get the same amount of work done, and they have to try their best to cut corners or whatever they got to do to save money for the company, because they are hurting, because the two games that came out last year that they thought was going to do well, the new Mario Rabbids game and the Just Dance 2023, did not sell well.
It's
as
weird
what
because
they
you would think they
wanted to.
would. Yeah, you would think they would.
They did,
And they
not,
did not.
and that's what the issue is, that they did not sell well. Pretty much for the next 2 years, they have to cut costs down by $215 million. Because for the fiscal year of March 2023, they lost $537 million.
That's not good for Ubisoft.
A little over $500 million
Oof.
they lost. So right now they're trying to focus on things. But what they did say is they are still working on Beyond Good and Evil 2, which is, I want to talk about that because this game currently right now, because the first place winner was Duke Nukem Forever. This game right now for the thing won for longest game to be in development for 15 years. And it's still not out. Beyond Good and Evil has been in development for 15 years.
I personally don't even think that should be considered development. I think
Because-
they just kind of say it, press enter on a keyboard, restart the computer, press enter again, and that's development.
Because, yeah, pretty much what they said was they started development on this game in 2008. We're in 2023 right now.
Dude.
And we still have not heard anything since 2018 when they showed the trailer at E3. That was the last time we heard anything from that game.
That's bad.
So
That's really bad.
It is awful.
No, it's not to mention you're missing one thing. I don't think you've written it down because I did put it in today because today it happened.
Oh, okay.
Paris, Ubisoft in Paris, they are striking this Friday because they want more pay.
With the announcement like this, that's probably what happened.
And I'm going to actually go bring it up here
Yeah,
because I
'cause
do
that must
have
have
it
just
on.
happened today then, okay.
It did happen today.
Yeah.
Ubisoft staff in Paris will strike over working conditions.
It's because of what's happening right now.
Yes.
Because pretty much
my
like
face here.
he was saying that they have to cut things lean and all that type of stuff, and people weren't having that.
Well, what is this? Nope, get out of here. We don't need that.
But yeah, it's just crazy how Skull and Bones was supposed to come out spring of this year, and now it's getting delayed
Let me
yet
read this.
again.
Oh, geez. Ubisoft's turn to face strikes from unhappy game developers. And before I do that, it is a shouts out to Engadget. Today it happened. Ubisoft staff in Paris will strike over working conditions. Solarities Informatique. Solarities Information. That's what the studio.
Well, yeah,
that's
it's
the
French.
company
It's French,
of
yeah.
the studio.
It's obviously French, so yeah.
Yeah, called for Ubisoft Paris employees to strike on January 27th, so next week. And that is Friday. Yeah, Friday, because the 25th is Wednesday.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's next Friday. Yep.
To demand better working conditions, the labor union wants a immediate 10% salary increase to account for inflation and improved hours that include a 4-day work week. After you just told me about homeboy, we need to be lean, mean, and controlling our machine, and here we are saying I want one day instead of 5 days, 4 days with a 10% increase.
It's so bad.
Solarity's Infomentique also wants greater transparency on workforce changes, as well as pledges to avoid thin disguised firing and abusive management practices that push staffs to quit. So they were being shady as well.
Pretty much everything, there gets pretty much a lot of the stuff that was talked about during the emergency conference call. Pretty much.
And the strike plan comes in response to Ubisoft CEO internal email followers news that company was canceling 3 games and otherwise grappling with tough economic conditions. And PC Gamer Notes, whatever his last name is, Yves, called for workers to be especially careful with spending and warned on moves that included targeted reconstructing and natural attrition to Solarity's Infomentique. The executive is attempting to shift the blame to staff while not so subtly hinting at layoffs, pay cuts, and quiet studio closures.
Oh, it was horrible. He was literally blaming the staff.
Good.
They said, this is your fault why Ubisoft is the way it is. It was awful.
Well, damn. I would say yes and no.
No, the thing is, you're the CEO.
Yeah, but if I'm going to be putting my responsibility to studios and you're going to give me this Persia, I'm going to be pissed too. But then I don't know what they control. But he is the face. Yeah, he is the face. Maybe he just needs to be more hands-on.
Most probably.
He doesn't want it anymore, man. He wants to sell it to 10 cents. They just want to sell it to 10 cents. That's all they want to do. I think that's what they want to do. Yeah, they've shown signs. We didn't hear anything about that yet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who knows what that's going to happen? I know.
Well, judging by this and what they need to do, they're
a possibility now more than ever.
Yep. Let me see here. What else we have?
I think that was it. So there's something else you want to add?
Nope, we did all the Redfall. We did everything here. I think we are good, but let's go. And what we do on our podcast is go through breaking news. If it's a slow week and whatnot, we do some breaking news. And we just go through the feed. Mm-hmm. And we just see some couple of things and we just see what's on there. And I was really good today. And I put up I added a lot more things within our topics because it was breaking news. But, oh man, well, I will say this. Call of Duty Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 2 reportedly delaying Season 2. So they are delaying Season 2. We don't know for how long. We don't know why. But no date has been
take a guess
announced. Why? Yeah, give me a guess. Why?
I would just say because with everything going on right now, they probably want to hold off on something. I don't know.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't think so. When it comes to games and all that, they don't really. It's the publishing. It's pushing it out. You know, the game's already out. But they don't really get into it until, things start to get bought out, and then the rules change drastically to the point that it affects the bottom line. But Activision hasn't announced a date yet, but based on the days left in Season 1, this is courtesy of GameSpot, by the way. After the Season 1 Battle Pass, the Season 2 update was projected to go live on or around February 1st. Now, known Call of Duty data miner. Ooh, data miners. That's how they got it.
Yep.
COD Splots, who has accurately revealed release dates in the past, is suggesting Season 2 is set to be a delay. So, and hey, I gotta get used to this. Trust data miners, because data miners were the main reason why we found out that we don't have games as data on a disc. We find out they're just access codes to a server because of Bungie and Destiny. Mm-hmm. So, trust data miners. Sometimes it's usually, looking into it too much, and sometimes it shows a lot of stuff. Oh, did you hear about that rumor too?
Which one?
Oh yeah, shut your mouth, dudes. What, dudes? Because people on TikTok too. PS5's new firmware update to try and test to stream PlayStation 5 games.
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
That would be interesting.
That leads me to believe, why would they do that if they could just put it right onto the PlayStation Plus? And I'm thinking, whatever game you own, you automatically get a digital copy. Ooh.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Wait a minute. and that's a part of the update. And this one here, Sony might finally be ready to focus on PS5 games and ditch PS4.
I mean, it is what it is, but
Yeah.
it's been 3 years now, so yeah.
Oh, another thing too. Did you try Forspoken demo?
I have not.
Try it.
Is it good?
It is good. It is good. She is actually hilarious. She's funny.
Okay.
It's one of those. I thought she's gonna be more serious, and come to realize she really isn't. But it still kind of works out.
Okay.
So I think you will like it because she's more like jokey, but she knows what's her position and she does her thing.
I have to check that out.
But it's pretty. Yeah, you will like it, and it's a lot of I mean, you're used to Kingdom Hearts, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Running around
I'm used to the
adventures,
battles,
switch up
yeah.
skills. You hold it, it just goes slow while you maneuver your stuff, and yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm
you-
used to that with the Kingdom Hearts games.
Yeah. Oh, what am I doing? I'm supposed to change the cam, and I'm not. I'm changing pictures. So that's the only breaking news that I got here. So I mean, nothing too epic. I just see the picture and I was like, wait a minute, did you try this? Let's see. Oh, all right. Let's end it with this. And I better hope you did, because I did. You know what I'm about to say?
Last of Us?
Did you watch The Last of Us
Of
on
course
Sunday?
I
You
did.
did. What do you think?
I love it. I was gonna say explicit words. But yes, I love it.
I am glad I played at least enough to know that first episode.
I know this
Is-
game. I know this TV show is gonna destroy me, and I
Oh
can't
my
wait for
God.
it to do that.
The only reason why I didn't finish the game is because my TV doesn't show any deep blacks. It shows gray. So when I'm running around trying to figure out stuff, all I see is a gray shadow, and it blurs my whole character, and I can't see shit. So I'm like, maybe it could just be my streaming.
I
Then
know
come to
this
realize
TV
it's
show is
for all of
going
them.
to destroy me, and I can't wait for it.
The season ends on March 12th, and I did my calendar calculations, did my little mathematicians.
10 episodes?
8
Okay, not bad.
8 episodes.
Not bad.
But see, we have a lot. Me personally, I have a lot to watch. We got Last of Us. This Valhalla season 2 came out on Netflix. I'm gonna watch that tonight. I'm gonna watch the first episode. Then Servant came out. You gotta watch Servant. Servant's good. But the first episode for that was kind of weird. I was all like, "That's dumb." Whatever. But Last of Us.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I
I played enough that. You didn't play the game?
Of course I did.
Okay. So you know that.
Yes,
that
I know exactly. Yeah, that's
You
how
know,
I'm
people were
like.
getting on her. They were getting on.
No.
What do you think? Yeah.
They had no right to get on her because I personally thought she did a fantastic job.
Thank you. You know what
I'm
I
sorry.
think?
I think she did a fantastic job. People don't know what they're saying. And the thing is, it's just random people because from what I'm seeing, everyone loves it. Everyone loves the episode.
Yeah, and like the thing
And the
is,
ratings are going like up through the roof.
oh, it
Everyone,
never.
like,
It
freaking
didn't even
loves
have any negative. It was the first ever debut that had 100% Rotten Tomatoes.
Exactly. And this is I think they mentioned it's the second most
Second
streamed
biggest week. Yeah.
ever
Yep. Versus
TV show. I
House
think the
of-
first one was
House of Dragons, Game
Yeah.
of Thrones.
This is the second one, which is amazing.
So
So it's just a few little outliers who will be like complaining because they
because-
like to complain. That's
yeah,
all
but
it
they
is.
were saying that they wasn't a fan of the girl. I'm like, wait a minute. And then I was on Twitter, and Jeff Keighley's like, kudos to her. You can't get more organic than having the same voice actor from the game to play the damn part in the game. I'm like,
That's what
that's
I'm
the same girl. And now that I'm watching it, I'm here. I'm like, are you kidding? This is great.
That's what
but
I
I
was
think
like.
people were mad because it wasn't the same look from Endgame into the series, which is
They're
messed
not
up.
going to do it like
No.
picture to picture.
No.
They have to do their own things. Like I'm sorry. Like Joel looks great.
Yeah, dude.
Elle
Pedro,
looks
my
great.
man,
Like,
he's
I
gonna
love
have a
it.
good year, bro. You got Mandalorian coming out.
Did you see the trailer for
Yeah,
it?
the little goes like this.
Sorry.
Yeah, so you got to use to it too. He pushing it right from the game.
I'm
Use
so
the
happy.
force.
I can't wait.
Yeah. show
March
the-
1st. March 1st.
Is it March 1st or March 12th
Oh,
or 3rd? I don't know. Our dates
it's
are
early
fucked.
March. It's
Yeah.
early March. That's all I
It's
remember.
early March, and we're freaking excited.
Yes.
But yo, Pedro's doing his thing, man.
Yes, he's a good actor.
2023. He's doing some moves. Shouts out to Pedro, yo. You the man.
I
You the man.
freaking love the dude. I love him so
He's
much.
awesome, and he looks the part of The Last of Us.
Perfect. He was a great pick.
Yeah, really. So far, so good.
So
And
I'm happy with it. And
yeah, shout out
every
to
Sunday
Jeff Keighley,
now-
man.
It's
He
every
did
Sunday
put
now,
me
right?
on to
So
that
make sure
girl
I
being
watch
the
it.
same voice actor That's amazing. That's rare, dude. That is rare.
Exactly. So now it's going to be every Sunday. I have to make sure.
Well, let's just hope maybe Marvel could be smart and put those voice actors in the actual games itself. Maybe they'll sell well because their voice acting is authentic within the game itself. Make some money.
But all I'm saying is the first episode was a great start.
Yep.
Great start.
It was a great start. All right, so this is our first ever 2023 episode, but it is season 4, episode 68. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, comment on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, everywhere. You get to see our podcast.
Don't forget TikTok too.
Yes, and TikTok. We are live on TikTok right now. Shouts out to TikTok family. And if you missed our live, we always have it on audio as well. So yes, I'll be back in motion to doing my video editing, to go about audio podcasting and like. I do have a little hiccups, but I will work it and I'll put it out for you guys. Give me until Friday. Usually audio probably like tomorrow or Thursday, but you know,
it usually takes a couple of days.
Yeah, I'm a one-man army when it comes to all that. So I'm going to make sure I get it all cut and situated and distributed to everybody to check us out. But it is every Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Again, make sure you follow us on Twitter to know and to jump into the fray of conversations that we've had that pisses a lot of people off. That we're not. We're like the one that took the fire and go, ha ha, here's fire. And then it ignites and just run away. That's literally what I did. And I am so sorry. Kinda, but whatever. It is what it is. But thanks, guys.
You kept it neutral enough. It's fine.
Yeah. What is it?
You kept it neutral enough. It's fine.
I kept it neutral.
And then just
not enough. I kept it neutral and they just took it. They
went off.
I said, here's a brand new car. You guys can find out how you want to drive it, how to work it. And they just, if that metaphor makes any sense. Again, like, subscribe, comment. Check us out every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, everywhere you get your podcasts, as well as TikTok. We are live too. That's like the behind the scenes TikTok. So we're here. So thank you guys and showing your support. Peace.
Peace. Peace.